So I've got a question I've been asking all of the delegates this week. Most contentious election ever, closest election ever. The press has been covering this as all the disunity, the tension. So today we're having a roll call. I want to hear from you. Who do you think is going to win the nomination?
Let's see. I'm pretty sure it's Barack Obama.
My God, it's unanimous.
And by the way, who's buried in Grant's tomb? Are there any other tough questions?
Yeah, well, that's what the press have been asking all week. So
well, you know, I gotta say, and I say to the press, they say, oh, Fake News has a poll, and they say that 45% of the Hillary voters say they're not going to vote for Barack Obama. Now, this is going to be a surprise and a shocker for you, but I think people who study journalism, I don't think they take any mathematics at all. Because if they did, they would know that during every presidential election in the last 50 years, all the Democrats come home. All the Republicans come home. And if in fact 45% of the Hillary voters say they're not going to vote for Barack Obama, well, we already know that 95% of the Democrats are going to vote for Barack Obama. So that simply means if you add those Hillary voters that are still standing out to the national polls that say it's tied, this is going to be the biggest landslide since LBJ. And that's just simple math. But the problem is the premise is all based on fake news saying that 45% of the Hillary voters aren't going to vote for Barack Obama, and that's just simply not true. You walk around that auditorium and you hear people say, look, I was with Hillary, I love Hillary, I would lay down in front of a bus for Hillary, but I'm voting for Barack Obama. All right. So I don't know where they're finding these people. What else?
How important is the West in this election? How important is the West in this election?
Well, I think it's pretty important, and in particular, when you take a place like Montana that a Democrat hasn't gotten to 50% running for president since Lyndon Baines Johnson, and you know that Barack Obama and John McCain are tied right now, and so North Dakota looks the same, Colorado, New Mexico, and Nevada, and heck, who knows? McCain may lose Arizona. They know him down there.
If Obama's going to win the West, what's the most important issue in those two states?
Energy. Absolutely energy. You know, these national press people, they apparently think that Americans don't pay attention. We still remember the gas was about $1.75 a gallon when the oilmen seized power in the White House, and now it's around $4. That is effectively the largest tax increase on the middle class in America in history. People know that. They know that they're hurt, and they know that we can't drill our way to energy independence. They know exactly the facts that are such that about 70% of the oil that we use we import, and if we work our hearts out for the next 30 years, we might keep it at 30% domestic energy. That's about all we can do with oil. That means we need new platforms. That's why we need plug-in hybrids. We need solar and wind power. We need transmission lines to deliver the electrons from the wind power and the solar so that whenever the sun shines, whenever the wind blows, there will be a ready buyer with a battery in their car someplace in America. If we drove plug-in hybrids in this country instead of those gasoline guzzlers, we could eliminate 83% of the oil that we use in our transportation fleet. And that means no more imported oil. And those dictators can boil in their own oil.
Prediction for how Barack will do in Montana.
Say that again?
Prediction for how Barack will do in Montana.
Well, it's dead dang tied right now, and I really, when I explained to Montana last night that the thing that they're most concerned about, which is energy and developing these new energy sources, and when they heard that John McCain voted against wind power, against solar power, when they heard that he voted against biofuels, and when they heard that he wants to give a $4 billion tax credit to the oil and gas industry right now, I don't think they're going to like John McCain.
Hey, Governor, how are your chances in Montana?
My chances? It all depends on the health of my dog. If Jake stays healthy, I'm going to be all right.
What do you think of Governor Ritter's new energy economy?
Governor Ritter's a great governor, and he understands, just like the rest of America, is we can't drill our way to energy independence, and that's why he's invested investing in wind power in particular, solar power. Colorado's a great place for solar. It's died right now. I think, let me put it this way. In Montana, people talk about social issues. In Montana, it's not social issues. Here's the deal in Montana. We like guns. We like big guns, and little guns, shotguns, pistols. Everybody's got a few. And so, normally the National Republican has some kind of a built-in advantage because of guns. They're endorsed by the NRA, and the Democrat is not. But in this case, McCain, of course, in 2001, the NRA called him, quote, the standard bearer of the enemies of the Second Amendment. And of course, in Montana, we like to buy a lot of guns at gun shows. And the reason we do that is, well, because you don't have to fill out the paperwork. You can buy a gun, you can sell a gun, and we're not looking to shoot anybody, but we just buy guns. And it was John McCain that proposed the gun show loophole closure. And so people that are passionate about guns, I don't know what percent it is, people that are single-issue voters, people who look at the NRA scorecards, they will conclude that, Bob Barr has an A with the NRA, and he's running for president. And so, neither McCain or Obama have an A. And so if they are single-issue voters, if they care about guns, they might vote for Bob Barr. Bob Barr might get 8 or 9% in Montana. So it means if you've got 46, 47% and you're the Democrat, you just won.
Why did you come here today to bloggers?
Hell, because I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning every single day and I have a look at what we're seeing over here at the cause. I look at what they're saying left and the west. I move around a little bit, see what some of the Republican blogs do. I read blogs. So it's good to see what bloggers look like. Yeah.
It's good to see what politicians look like too.
All right, I gotta go.
Thank you so much, Governor.
Thank you. Appreciate it.